Welcome to the Infographica Central. Am I the only one that didn't know what's more dangerous than a shark? You might think of the ocean's apex predator, with its rows of sharp teeth and powerful jaws, as the ultimate threat. What's scarier than a venomous snake? The thought of a silent, slithering creature delivering a deadly bite can send shivers down anyone's spine. Hint: it's probably lurking in your kitchen right now. Yes, right there among your everyday items, hiding in plain sight. No, it's not that suspicious leftover casserole, although you might want to check the expiration date on that. It's something far more common, far more unassuming, and far deadlier than you might imagine. It's an everyday item that you probably use without a second thought.
We tend to think of danger in exotic terms: poison dart frogs, radioactive waste, maybe a rogue AI. These are the things that make headlines and fuel our nightmares. But the truth is, some of the deadliest things on Earth are surprisingly ordinary. We encounter them daily, often without a second thought. They blend into our routines, unnoticed and underestimated.
So, what is this everyday assassin? What is this silent killer that hides in our homes, waiting for the right moment to strike? Before I spill the beans, or should I say, spill the milk, let's delve into the world of deadliness and see if you can guess the culprit. Stay tuned as we uncover the hidden dangers lurking in your kitchen.
When we think of deadly substances, our minds often jump to the dramatic, the swift strike of a cobra, a capsule of cyanide swallowed in a spy movie. These images are ingrained in our collective consciousness, representing the epitome of danger and sudden death. These substances are undeniably lethal, but how do they stack up against each other? What makes one more deadly than the other?
Snake venom, a cocktail of toxins designed to paralyze and digest prey, can be incredibly potent. It's a complex mixture that can cause paralysis, internal bleeding, and tissue damage. A single bite from a king cobra, for instance, can deliver enough neurotoxin to kill an elephant. This neurotoxin attacks the nervous system, leading to respiratory failure and death.
Cyanide, on the other hand, disrupts cellular respiration, leading to rapid death. It prevents cells from using oxygen, effectively suffocating the body from the inside out. It's the poison of choice in many a mystery novel, leaving victims gasping for air. Symptoms of cyanide poisoning include dizziness, shortness of breath, and convulsions.
But which one reigns supreme in this deadly duel? Is it the swift, paralyzing strike of the cobra, or the insidious cellular attack of cyanide? The answer, like many things in science, is it depends. The lethality of these substances can vary based on numerous factors. Factors like the type of venom, the amount delivered, and the victim's size all play a role. Additionally, the speed at which medical intervention is received can be a critical determinant in survival.
To compare the deadliness of different substances, scientists use a measure called LD50. This stands for lethal dose, 50%, meaning the amount of a substance needed to kill 50% of a test population. The lower the LD50, the more toxic the substance.
As you can see from the graph, botulinum toxin, the culprit behind botulism, takes the crown as the most toxic substance known to man. A tiny amount, just a few nanograms, can cause fatal paralysis. Snake, venom, and cyanide, while dangerous, pale in comparison.
But something else is missing from this ranking, something ubiquitous, something surprising.
While we tend to focus on the exotic and the extreme, the reality is that danger often lurks in the mundane. Everyday items we take for granted can harbor hidden threats that are just as deadly as more obvious hazards. Take, for example, carbon monoxide, a colorless, odorless gas produced by incomplete combustion. This silent killer can emanate from common household appliances like stoves, heaters, and even fireplaces. It silently replaces oxygen in the bloodstream, leading to headache, dizziness, and eventually death. The symptoms are often mistaken for the flu, making it even more insidious.
Every year, hundreds of people die from accidental carbon monoxide poisoning, often unaware of the danger lurking in their own homes. Installing carbon monoxide detectors can be a life-saving measure, alerting families before it's too late.
Then there's asbestos, a group of minerals once hailed for their fire-resistant properties. Inhaled asbestos fibers can lodge in the lungs, leading to mesothelioma, a rare and aggressive cancer. This disease can take decades to manifest, making early detection difficult. The dangers of asbestos were ignored for decades, resulting in countless preventable deaths. Even today, older buildings may still contain asbestos, posing a risk to unsuspecting occupants. Awareness and proper handling are crucial to prevent exposure, but the threats don't end there. Toxic waste, often improperly disposed of, seeps into our water sources, poisoning ecosystems and endangering human health. The cumulative effect of these toxins can be devastating, leading to long-term health issues and environmental destruction. Industrial pollution adds another layer of danger, releasing harmful chemicals into the air we breathe. Prolonged exposure to these pollutants can cause respiratory problems, heart disease, and even cancer. The toxic legacy of industrialization continues to haunt us, making vigilance and regulation more important than ever.
Section 5. A silent, invisible assassin. But even carbon monoxide and asbestos, as insidious as they are, pale in comparison to the deadliest substance on Earth. This killer is a master of disguise, often overlooked because of its very ubiquity. It's colorless, odorless, and tasteless. It sustains life, yet it can also take it away with terrifying ease. This silent assassin is responsible for more deaths than any poison, any venom, any toxic waste. It claims victims young and old, rich and poor, in every corner of the globe. It can strike suddenly and without warning, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. The aftermath of its toxic exposure is often catastrophic, with irreversible consequences. Pause 3S, Scene 6, the most toxic acids. While water may be a silent killer, there are other substances lurking in our world that pose equally grave dangers. Acids, particularly the most toxic ones, are a prime example. Hydrofluoric acid, for instance, is not just a powerful industrial tool, it is also a threat to human life. Even a small exposure can cause severe burns, intense pain, and life-threatening systemic toxicity. Pause 2S. Sulfuric acid, another deadly substance, is widely used in various industries but can cause catastrophic injuries if mishandled. It can burn through skin, metal, and bone, leaving irreversible damage in its wake. Pause 2S. These acids are not only dangerous due to their immediate effects, but also because of their lingering impact on the environment. Spills and leaks can contaminate water sources, soil, and air, creating long-term hazards for ecosystems and human health. Pause 2S. The insidious nature of these acids means their toxic legacy can persist for years, silently wreaking havoc. While they play vital roles in industrial processes, their potential for harm cannot be overstated. Pause 3S. So next time you encounter these substances, remember their hidden dangers and handle them with the utmost care and respect. The toxic threat they pose is ever present and unforgiving.
The statistics are sobering. According to the World Health Organization, an estimated 236,000 people are affected by toxic substances every year. That's more than twice the number of deaths from homicide. Toxic exposure is particularly a threat to children, with the highest rates occurring among children aged 1 to 4 years.
But behind these statistics lie countless individual tragedies. The young child who wanders too close to a toxic waste site, the worker caught in a chemical spill, the community devastated by an industrial disaster. Each death is a stark reminder of the power of toxic substances. Section 9, respecting the power of H2O. So, the next time you reach for a glass of water, take a moment to appreciate its duality. Marvel at its life-giving properties, but also acknowledge its potential for destruction. Respect the power of water and never underestimate its ability to both nurture and annihilate. This respect should extend beyond our personal lives. We need to be mindful of water safety, teach our children to swim, and support policies that address water-related disasters. Remember, even the most essential substance can turn deadly. Pause 3S. Section 11, the hidden dangers of acids and bases. Acids and bases can be incredibly toxic. Some of the most dangerous substances on Earth fall into these categories. Hydrofluoric acid can cause severe damage to tissues and bones, while sodium hydroxide can cause chemical burns and blindness. These substances are not just confined to laboratories. They can be found in household cleaners, industrial processes, and even in nature. It's crucial to handle these substances with extreme care and respect their potential to cause harm. Water, often seen as a life-giving force, can also act as a medium for these dangerous chemicals. The hidden dangers of acids and bases are not just theoretical, they are real threats that can cause devastating harm. Understanding and respecting these toxic substances is essential for our safety and well-being.